Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever in the world you are tuned in to another edition of Classic Tetris Monthly, Das Masters September 2024. And I think we got a good couple of matches for you right now. We have determined, two? How many have we determined? We've determined two of our semifinalists already, Broden Damp and Sharky. And we've already started our orange bracket, and we now have to do the concluding two matches. And the first match we've got for you, Pixelandy and Dog playing Tetris. Of course, two players who are multi-time CTM Masters event winner, and they happen to be our first and second CTM Das Masters winners. Unfortunately, that means they're facing off in round number one, which is crazy since they're both winners, but one of them is gonna have to go. Pixelandy and Dog playing Tetris is our first match. Heps and OEUF means egg already played, with OEUF having won that one. So the winner of the Andy and Dog match will play the OEUF means egg match. I want to apologize to everybody. I am still extremely ill, under the weather, whatever you want to call it. So I may not sound entirely pleasant. I may have to pause. I may have to mute myself a lot. Believe me, that's more for your sake than it is for my sake. I'm going to do my best to get through these matches, and again, apologize if this is not the ideal experience, but there's no real alternative. We got to get these matches done. Next weekend is Jonas Cup, and there's just no other time to schedule a lot of stuff, so we just got to do it. All right, that's one of those times I was talking about where I'm going to have to mute myself fairly often. All right, so that is the order of operations. Pixelandy, Dog playing Tetris. The winner takes on OEUF means egg to determine who goes to the semifinals. Let's take a look at our rules. The rules. Well, you know what the rules are. It's a 16-player tournament. It's based on Tetris. You know what Tetris we're playing. Don't modify the game except in the ways we tell you. You can use any controller. No turbo. And DAS. Play DAS. That's pretty much it. Make sure you got your... We're going to be using same piece sets. Make sure you use your hertz and input display. And I'm going to sneeze. All right, that was a good one. Best of 5 throughout. The winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which has gone up since the last time I looked at it. It currently stands at $941.44. Let me go take a look at who the heck is responsible for this. There are the links if you want to contribute to the prize pool. I'm going to bring up Das Masters right now. Sorry, I repasted it here for the sake of the YouTube audience. That link may not always come up. Thank you to Scott Gray for the $500 contribution. That is amazing. And Scott also doing the 25-cent claim code. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do so. Use the Matcherino command here in chat, in Twitch, YouTube. I think it comes up the DAS. If not, we can repaste it. You click on the links that come up, or the link that comes up for the Das Masters tournament. It'll take you to the landing page for that. It's a one-click login. You've already got a Twitch or a YouTube account, so just use that to log in. And then you can go from there to contribute to the prize pool with straight cash homie, or do sponsor quests and do the claim code. We've got like 30-something claim codes left. Those are free. Those cost you nothing. You just got to log in and click a button and leave. So at the very least, let's get those done. 32 left. I would love to have them, under 10 by the time we finish out this broadcast. Also want to thank our patrons who support this channel, who ensure the ongoing existence of monthly Tetris, which, believe me, is not always guaranteed. But we are still going. Thanks very much to our patrons, and you can provide us monthly ongoing support at patreon.com/monthlytetris. It's super important for us to get that support, and we appreciate it very much. And we do appreciate our Mega Masters level contributors and patrons: Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, and Technorus. Also, our Masters level patrons: Corporal 381 shall be satisfied, bracket sponsor level CatKit 91J in the window, Troy Dan, and Kim S. Also, thanks to our sticker and double sticker club level members and our community level members. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. It means a lot. And hey, I appreciate it. Let's bop on over to this. Let me go ahead and refresh these players' streams and hope that they are both there. I see Dog is there. Why is that? I don't know why that was turned off. That was weird. Okay. Wait, hold on. That is that, and that is that. Let me refresh the two players right now, and hopefully they will show up. All right, Pixel Andy is live. Dog is live and updated and feeling good. Hello, Vandy. I am here, so I can start as soon as the first match ends to make this quick. Thank you, of Beans Egg. So as soon as we get our two players kind of warmed up, K9 watching Tetris, thank you for making a emote very big for 60 bits. Appreciate that. K9 says, hey Vandy, hope you're feeling better. I hope I do too. I am not feeling good at all. Feeling even worse than I was 4 hours ago. But I'm going to get through it. I'm going to try to pretend I'm having a good time because I don't want to bum you out. Used to be 30 bits, you guess inflation. I don't think I made it bigger. I don't think it was me. Who is that? Is that Coffee? Who is that? Yeah, that's Coffee. Thank you, K9 watching Tetris, another Gigantify, and Burrito Dad for one as well. Let me make sure that Andy is good. Andy is, we're waiting on him. Andy's on Andy time. You know, he's busy. He's probably fielding interviews. Who knows? Meme with the raid party of 8. Meme is the only one we've got unfinished business with. Unfortunately, Meme's opponent had to back out at the last moment, so we're going to reschedule that. But really, after today, it's the last match we got to do. Well, last round 1 match, Meme and Leo, and then find a way to get Elias in there. Powerhouse, hi Vandy, how are you feeling today? Feeling bad, man. Feeling bad. Anyway, I don't know where Andy is. I think I'm just kind of waiting on Andy to show up. Which I hope happens soon because I really need to get to sleep. No, I mean, I love being here and I don't mean to rush our players, but not feeling great. Not feeling great at all. Roro, angry Roro, thank you for the raid party at 2. Andy, DQ in 3 minutes. That's right, Andy, you're out of here. 3 minutes, you're gone, bro. That's it. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I got through the opening a little faster than normal, hoping we could start. Hoping we could start sooner, but this is about the time we would start anyway, so as long as Andy's in the next minute or two, that should be fine. Are these the best DAS players? Well, Andy won our inaugural DAS Masters event. Dog won the second one. They're meeting in round one, so I don't know. Is Andy the best DAS player? Is Dog the best DAS player? I don't really know. I do know that they are excellent. Did I just end the stream? No, I didn't just end the stream. And then start it again? No, I didn't do that. Maybe it's, I didn't do that. Maybe that's YouTube. Yeah, I mean, there's multiple things to be done today. Yeah, I got it. Oh my God, here he is. He has decided to grace us with his presence. Thank you, Andy. Let me reset the transform on this one. There he is. Oh, look at that. All right. Well, I'm ready when our players are ready. So if you are ready for your seed, then get to the menu. All right. Let's get to the menu. I acknowledge it. Andy's probably going to want to warm up now, but that's okay. Wendigo, thanks for the Prime resub. 8 months, says feel better, Vandy. Thank you, Wendigo. You know, I'm trying not to be, you know, all woe is me and pathetic, but on the other hand, I'll take it. Anyway, we've got pieces, guys. Make sure your hertz counters and input display are turned on. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. Dr. Mario Championship, thank you for the raid party of 27. Welcome to this thoroughly unpleasant stream with your sick pal, Van Dweller. But we've got two great players who hopefully will make it at least watchable. Let me reset the transform on this one. All right, that's going to bring Andy mostly stencil ready. All right. Dr. Mario with the cure. Oh, I wish. 2222 Canadian from Dano 222. What? 222. Thank you, Dano. Appreciate the super chat on YouTube. Still feeling it. Yeah, worse. Again, I'm not trying to make it about me. It's about these players, but God, I don't feel good. I gotta get through it though. All right. Looks like we got two ready players. I don't want to waste before they change their minds. Oh no, now he's not ready. Oh my God. Now he's ready. Okay. CD1228. Both players are ready. They are on the right seed. Let's get them started. Andy and Dog in our Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters Orange Bracket Round 1 match in 3-2-1 Tetris. Andy was the winner of our first ever Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters event in July of 2024. Dog was the winner of our second DAS Masters event in August. And fate has them meeting up here in round 1 Meaning, one of our previous winners will not make it out of round one. It's crazy. Of course, everybody watching this probably knows the lore. These two are, in fact, brothers. Andy, the elder, Doug, the younger. Both of them met up in the Classic Tetris World Championship finals during the pandemic year. Brother versus brother, that whole thing. We're all tired of that. No, we all think that's pretty cool, but whatever. But Andy, a multi-time CTM Masters event winner. I think 5. Does Andy have 5 now? And Doug with 8. Both of them masters of the various tapping and rolling disciplines. And now really proving that they are masters of the DAS playstyle, each having won I don't know, what I would call a pretty major DAS tournament. 147 here for Andy as we get underway, 145 for Doug. Now we are playing DAS. DAS is the press and hold play style of playing Tetris. That was the way that pretty much everyone played Tetris back in the day. And now, at least competitively, has been supplanted by tapping and then by rolling. But DAS has an allure all its own, and so we celebrate that play style with this tournament, Classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters. 216 for Andy. He's got a long bar dependency, middle of the stack there, trying to burn this away. And he's almost uncovered this. We'll see how he attacks this. Okay, he's going to use that long bar flats just to avoid putting garbage on top of that well. 225 for Andy, waiting on the bar. Meanwhile, Doug gets one, 260. Starting on level 18, there'll be 130 lines of this level. The speed will increase at level 19. And there'll be 100 lines of that speed, and then what we would probably call the DAS kill screen nowadays on level 29. So about 230 lines until the game is unplayable, though Andy has the record for the most DAS lines from an 18 start. He did that in this very competition. K9 watching Tetris with the $57.55 contribution to the prize pool. That gets us up to $999.99. It's 4 masters for Andy. Got it. I always thought it was 4. It was 4 or 5. So no, wait. Alex is 5 and Andy's 4. Is that right? But anyway, those of you who maybe have joined us in the Classic Tetris community, maybe over the last year or so, not so familiar with DAS play. Of course, it's that press and hold play style. The great benefit of rolling and tapping is you can get pieces much further to the left and right much sooner, which enables you to play higher. So these players are going to play considerably lower than you might be used to seeing players play. And, of course, you do not have the flexibility to play up that high, so really mistakes are much more acutely punished in this play style. And, since 29 is sort of the kill screen, you've got 100 fewer lines really to chase anything down. So pretty tight, pretty punishing format. 468 here for Andy, and now 490 after a Tetris. 474 for Doug. Andy ahead by 11 lines, which is interesting because he started after Doug by considerable number. Sharky with the 1 cent contribution to get us to $1,000 even. So Sharky, you win the day. Thank you very much, Sharky. 3, 2, 1 countdown bits from K9 watching Tetris says go Dog go. And K9 also gifted a tier 1 sub to Nelly the Winkle. Thank you very much, K9. So Andy, just a few lines away from that 19 transition. The speed will increase by 50%. So instead of falling a piece falling every 1 second from top to bottom. It'll fall every 2/3 of a second. All right, Andy is in at 591. Well, a little less than that, but he took a triple immediately after getting in. Dog is in at 576. So pretty close at the 19 transition. All right, Dog, kind of a messed up left side. He's going to keep this stack low and just he's set to burning it down however he can just to access that left side and burn it down again. Andy with a clean board, though. Andy gets the Tetris 650. Back in that, CTWC, my goodness, it was like 4 years ago? However many years ago. 5? I don't know. 4 years ago. They were in the same house. And we didn't actually fully 100% know, or maybe only a few people did, that they were related and living in the same house. So that was kind of where it was revealed to nearly everybody, including myself. And now they do not live in the same house. Andy away at college, Dog still at home. 738 Andy, 667 for Dog. Both of these players, game crashers. Of course, there are 8 players who have crashed the game in the wake of the Blue Scooty crash. Both of these players have done it. And both of these players have spent time as the world record score holder. So, top tier players. Andy coming in at seed number 1, earned that through just qualifying score. Dog coming in as the 16 seed, and his qualifying score was not enough for him to make it into the top level bracket, but we do have a rule that people who get, I believe the top 4 in the semis are guaranteed to make it back into the bracket, where we will start modifying that rule in October, where it will just be the top 2, just to give more room for players to qualify in of their own, from their own qualifying effort. 743 for Dog, 922 for Dog. Oh, Dog has never held world record? I swear, he didn't hold world record? I swear he did. Jasmine knows everything. Jasmine's been in the Tetris community like 3 months and knows everything. I swear he held record at one time. All right, Andrew Meep knows. Where have I been? I don't know where I've been. Andy with the max out, A24, 814 for Dog. Okay. He's never held any world record at all? Ever? None? Andy center well here. It's kind of in trouble here on 28. And he's going to top out. Can't get those last few lines for Tetrises. The target for Dog is A26. And there's no shot that he's going to get there unless he can set up for about 10 Tetrises here. And that's going to be a top out for Dog. Andy will be good in game number 1. I swear Dog had record at one point. But that's okay. Then I guess Andy is just better, right? Apologies. Let's go ahead and get these players some pieces. 283361, 283361. Dog has 29 start world records. So there you go. I'm redeemed. Das Tetris with the raid, 21 viewers. Thank you, Das Tetris. I was hoping for a raid from Dad Tetris. Colin says, wait, Andy versus Dog? I've seen this one before. It's a classic. Well, have you seen them playing in DAS against each other? I don't know. Okay, Seed Checker 283361. They've both got it. They are both ready. And let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And it looks like we've got another contribution to the prize pool. K9 again with the $111.11. Thank you, K9, for that one. And Sharky then coming in with the 12 cents to get us to $1,111.23. We're not going to cap the prize pool this month, so if people do want to come in and support DAS, we're going to let them do it. We will pay the top 8 at $1,500. So $1,500 would be our incentive to pay the top 8. No cap, K9. And by the way, please do go to our Matcherino page. And you don't have to contribute. We would like you to, but you don't have to. But we would like you to hit the claim code button. We've got 29 codes left. Andy with this spire, this line spire in the middle of his stack, working around that. That's a little weird, but he's building around it. He's going to get a Tetris 139, 95,000 for dog. S spin, kind of delayed burn here. That's going to lead to a couple extra lines of burning as well as he covers that well. All right, well, Andy's clowning around. Maybe show up his brother a little bit. 165 for Andy, 124 for Dog. And Dog's like, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to win. I want to win back to back. That's what he wants to do. All right, people redeeming codes. Thank you, Emily Lee, Felix Castillo, Burrito Dad, Burbia, K9, Elijah for redeeming coupons. Andy going to take a triple to bring this down. His stack was getting a little bit high, so takes a nice safe triple. It's no problem, you know. Dog of the Tetris, 200,000 through 55, 247 for Andy. And another Tetris for Dog. Dog, a couple of lines behind. Andy getting a little bit spired in the middle, so now his board is a little dependent. Needs that J piece for the left, uncovers that right side to start building out that left long bar over Tetris. And the board is lower for Andy. And another Tetris, 299. All right, Colin and Poyo and Chen. Oh my. Doing those claim codes as well. Thank you very much. Tetris for Dog, 297, 324 for Andy. Those codes keep coming, Andrew Meep. Thank you. We're down to 24 needed. 24 codes. K9 watching Tetris says 25 codes left. We'll donate another 100 if all of them are taken by the end of this match. So you hear that? CT, go to, someone drop the codes. Drop the link here in Twitch. I'll dump it into YouTube. So if all of these are gone, then K9 will drop another $100 into the prize pool. What are you doing sitting there, costing us $100 if you don't do this? Thank you very much, K9, for the incentive. Powerhouse, Kings, Demon, Ao Pidgeotto, Oopseed, Alfalfa Field, Madro, Sonic, Violet, Sharky, What were you all waiting for? I guess you were waiting for that. We're down to 13. And it's got to be by the end of this match, so you better hope there's not two quick top outs. Not this broadcast, this match. All right, Andy just 9 lines away from 19. He's at 515. Dog 11 lines away at 432. See, now all this proves is that you all had the ability to do it anyway. And we're just opting not to. Andy is into 19 at 564. Seven more to go. Dog is in at 482. So Andy with about 117,000 point lead, but Andy also ahead by between 10 and 14 lines at a time at any given time. 6 codes to go. Tetris for Andy, 628 here on level 21. Yep, Sharky, guilty. Denisha, Andrew Quee, Roberto, Beep Beep, Maya, Bart TV. Thank you very much. Still 6 to go. Tetris for Andy, 689, 590 for Dog. There's a couple more down. Dada, John Doe, Rakorik. Down to 3. You should have said by the end of this game, K9, and then we'll really have to rush. So you don't know when the game's going to end. The O'Parin dog watching Tetris. Hey, that's cheating. One more to go. Who's it going to be? 820 Andy, 688 Dog. Dog back by about 130,000 points. And it's going to be Tim C, who is the hero. We have exhausted all the codes. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you to K9 watching Tetris for getting these people off their asses. My goodness. Oh, is that Tacnerus? Oh, that's true. You're right. Thank you, Tacnerus. Coming through again. 865 for Andy. 757 for Dog. So Andy with 22 lines to go. Dog with 30 lines to go. I feel like I'm clipping. Am I clipping? I'm not sure. Like, maybe I'm clipping a little bit. I'm not sure. So yeah, this is doable by Dog. We'll see what, obviously would help Dog out a bit if Andy would slow down. Andy is not slowing down. 972 for him. And Dog with that gap, that's going to slow him down considerably. In fact, that little gap could be what decides it. Little things here in these DAS tournaments. We'll see what Dog can do. Andy's got the max out. A08. There's a Tetris over for Andy. A43. Tacnerus with the $100 contribution. Thank you, Tacnerus. Andy trying to get one last Tetris and gets it. And we'll see what he can get post 29. The answer is a little bit. A83 is the target for Dog. He's got 2 lines to go until 29. And that is, I mean, it would take basically a miracle. But we'll see what he can do anyway, just to try and get whatever points he can get. And he's not going to get any. So Dog going to top out. Andy is good in game number 2. And right now, Andy cruising. Dog saying, "What the freak am I supposed to do, bro?" I can hear him saying that. I can hear him saying that out loud in his voice. So. Pixel Andy, taking a bit of a break from, rolling, at least in comp. And so it's good for him to have a competitive outlet here. And, it's paying off. He's up 2-0 here in round 1. He's already won one of these darn things. Let's get these players some pieces. The bro just might be Jonas Cup ready. Yeah, next weekend is it. That means Egg says, absolutely cannot wait to get 3-0 next match. And he says he's Jonas Cup ready. Nelly the Winkle says, wild to see someone get 950 in a DAS match and still lose. Yeah, for sure. K9 watching Tetris 100-bit says, you got this dog. And anyway, if somebody could tell me if I'm clipping, I just feel like I'm clipping, but I don't see it on any of my meters. So, anyway, it's, it's 5C C744. No clipping? Okay. Thank you. It must be just the headphones, or I'm not sure because my monitors aren't that high. I sound sick as F though. Yeah, well, I am. Okay, let's check the seeds, make sure they're good. 5CC744, they are good. Both players ready. Andy and Dog. Andy looking to wrap it up right now, and Dog, there's a long road ahead of him if he wants to win this match. 3-2-1 Tetris. And, this is the wrong weekend, I'll tell you, to get sick, because we had so many matches. I don't even know how many. What did I do yesterday? 6, 7 matches. Today, 5. If Meme and, honestly, if Meme and Leo were available, I would do their match. I don't know if both Meme and Leo are around, but I would do their match. I mean, we just got to get it done, Tetris, Andy, he's got 2 of them. As we get underway in game number 3. Like, there's nothing I'd love to do more than just sit back and relax and even just, like, play some casual Tetris, whatever. Can't even do that. I can't focus. And, it even hurts to just kind of sit up. Oops, there goes the controller. So, yeah, pretty bad, but, I don't know. There's something during these matches, I do feel a little bit better, so. Vandy, do you have the coronavirus? I don't know. It sure feels like it. I've had it 3 times before. And this seems like it again. It's like the same progression. Just not as bad as the first 2 times. The first 2 times I had it, that was like early days. It was bad. 3rd time, it was the same progression, but lighter. This is sort of in between number 3 and number 2. Worse than 3, better than 2. 169 for Dog, 185 for Andy. Jasmine loves the Vits. K9 watching Tetris, following through on the pledge, $102.52. That's going to bring us to 1321000, $1,321.00 here in DAS Masters. It's great to see the community come out for this DAS tournament. We really only committed to 3 of them. I have committed to doing October. I don't know if we're going to do November, or we'll just kind of, put it on hold until 2025. We're sort of doing our test tournament, seeing how it's going, what the response is, if it's sustainable. I love it, but not sure. We are going to do No Cap November, though. 304 for Andy, 328 for Dog. Do No Cap November, but make it DAS only. Yeah, I'm still toying with the concepts in my mind, how I want it to be. Like, I was thinking of doing it as best of 3 in the early rounds, which seems like, oh, it's too brutal, but I don't know. Players playing safe strats, this game's going to take forever. Is there a 39 super kill screen in Das Masters? Well, you know, we'll face that prospect when we get to it. I mean, if anybody can do it, it's Andy. 401 for Andy, 402 for Dog. So, guys are pacing right now. All right, Andy's left side of his board require a little bit of attention. He's getting up pretty high for Das, but he's going to take care of it. 452 Andy trying to uncover that well. And Dog with a nice adjustment of the bar to column 9 to make room for that Z. And gets a Tetris 516. Dog in the lead, 476 for Andy. Andy with the key tuck. I still can't decide if I like key tuck or if I find it cringy, but I find it does kind of describe the way it looks, so I might just stay with it. Corian thing for Andy on that left side, 500,000 for him. Tetris Andy 523, 540 for Dog. Long bar down Tetris. Andy way ahead in lines. He's 12 lines ahead. And we'll see once Andy gets this. Yeah, so now back to 8 to 12 lines ahead. 616 transition for Andy. Dog has got a 633 with potentially 2 more Tetrises available. And he's going to go set up for that Tetris with that L piece. Some people might have taken a burn there, but no, he's going for it. 655 for Doug, still not into 19. Andy at 647. Long bar Tetris for Doug, 679. Level 19 dash transition for Dog. That is huge. You know, he looked great in his Masters event games yesterday. He's looking pretty good in this game, at least right now. 736 for him. 690 for Andy, and Dog back by about 14 lines at the moment. Yeah, what is somebody look up this what is the highest combined DAS score or highest losing DAS score? Yeah, I'm more interested in highest losing DAS score. That would be good to know, just in general. 775 for Dog, 726 Andy. Andy gets the Tetris 755. Highest losing DAS score in DAS versus DAS is Geo versus Scooty with B25. All right, Dog with his first real slowdown of the game. And that's going to cost about 10 lines of burning, about a level's worth of burning here. It's going to allow Andy to get back into a score lead, but again, he is up. He is ahead by, 10 to 13 lines. And Doug, unfortunately, he piles back up, and he's going to have to burn additional lines. So this is going to allow Andy to get really into, even though he's ahead, pretty close to a lead, or at least tie it up in pace. Andy with a 951 at 200 lines. So we'll see where Dog is with that, but I think Dog's now going to have a lower score when he crosses 200 lines. Tetris for Dog, 893. Yeah, he will. So Andy right now in the score lead and pace lead. Tetris for Dog, 928. We're now, Andy's just got 18 lines to go until 29. Dog still 27 lines to go. That left side for Andy is kind of a mess. We need to get something down so we can access that left side again, which he does. But how much more scoring is he going to be able to do? This is the slowdown maybe the dog needs. There's a Tetris for dog, 995. Andy at A32. Potentially 2 more Tetrises, but board is not ready for it. So he's setting up dirty right now. Needs something for that left side to get ready. He is ready. Can he get a bar down the middle? And no. So it's a top out at A32. Dog with the A35 is going to take the lead and the game with that Tetris. The dog will stay in the match. So dog had him pretty much the whole way, and then Andy came roaring back, but kind of ran into a slowdown there, and dog able to outlast Andy here in game number 3. I'm sure he'd love to get a 1.1 here, but it is not gonna happen. And dog, whatever, good enough. He gets the point, and he's still playing. Thank you, K9, for the 60 bits. There it is, Bix. Andy with 3 maxes in a row. Is that true? Yes, that actually is true. Andy with 3 maxes in a row. So yeah, I should have been more excited. Double max out. Oh my God. Okay. You can just pretend that I was. I've been ruined by I think, by Masters, because now it's like double max, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And for the moment, I just forget. But yes, Andy, yeah, Sharky pointing out now 3 players with 3 max outs in a row in competition. That's Sharky, Andy, and Fractal. So there you go. There's your DAS all times. Let's get these players' pieces. F2EBDD. F2EBDD. Now, one of the problems with that statistic is that, in the past, mullining was not encouraged, and it's kind of opponent dependent, because if your opponents top out early enough, or early often enough, you're not even going to get the opportunity, because it'd be dumb to, mullen from your opponent's 200K top out. So, you're going to see that kind of stuff happen more and more often as the general population gets better. And who knows? Would Jonas have gotten that? Would Harry? Maybe. But we'll never really know. F2EBDD. FCR says, could it be that Andy is letting Dog win 2 games in a row so that he can get back 5 backs in the match? Possibly. I don't know. All right, both these players are ready. Let's get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right. Nobody has scored lines yet, but Andy with the lead, 54 push down points. All right, now we are good. Both players have got their Tetrises. Dog not pushing down. Andy is pushing down. Kind of forgot, or at least I kind of forgot, a little bit of the meta, I think, from DAS in the past was, it was actually... There was actually some utility in being ahead of your opponent, in the sense that in the past, chase downs in DAS matches, and especially back when DAS was the predominant play style, even if it wasn't, the best one, it was kind of, there were some good points to being ahead because chase downs were just a lot shakier. And so when players were just not that adept at chasing people down, if you were the first one to top out with a lead, a lot of times you would see your opponent's play degrade because they would get nervous in chase downs. Now, I don't know how much of a factor something like that would be today. Maybe not too much, especially with these players who have played, more matches really than, virtually any other players. But that was a thing back in the day. Here's your Uncle Vandy telling you how it was back in the old days. But I think for players who push down now, it's really more of a timing thing. It's a pace thing. It's a staying in the zone thing. A lot of times, especially for these players who are used to playing so fast, that, you know, giving yourself less time to think is almost better, because then you're kind of relying on your automatic, you know, your automatically good default placements rather than getting a chance to overthink things. I think that's probably why Harry pushes down. He says it's a timing thing. I think it's, you know, just so he can just kind of work off his, like, you know, pretty good default stacking, which is good almost all the time. People say that more points, I think it's been demonstrated that these more points don't really have too much of an effect. If you push down pretty much every piece from beginning to end, it's worth about 3,000 points. Now, there are matches that do have 3,000 point, you know, differences, but it's pretty rare that push down would be part of it. $306 from Dog, $352 from Andy. Maybe DAS in November should be not having the speed increase at 29 and being able to play indefinitely at 19 speeds. I don't know about that. Both Me Take says, I pushed down because it carried over for my tapping days. I mean, it's kind of the overwhelming exception of not a lot of tappers push down. You think removing the 29? It's possible. It's an idea. But there's not, is there a way to affect that in Tetris, Jim? I'm not having everyone enter like Game Genie codes and stuff. Can you start on 18, get a 19 transition, and then play Marathon? I know there is a Marathon mode where you can just start on 19. Or any level, and just play that forever. 386 Dog, 471 for Andy. There's Tetris for Dog. But, you know, it's not a bad idea, Def Gamer. $480 for Andy, $438 for Dog. And Andy's like, what is this RNG, bro? Dog is back by about 70,000 points and also back by 9 lines. That's from Pushdown. And Dog trying to maneuver out of this very carefully. Trying not to cover, but ends up having to cover that gap. And this is a ridiculous drought. And this might be a drought that kills Dog, and it is, and there was just nothing he could do. He was built up too high and had those gaps in the stack, and that drought came at the exact wrong time. And Dog has topped out, and Andy is good and will be moving on to round 2. There'll be no repeat winner, no back-to-back for Dog this month, but Andy has still got a shot. So GG's, Dog. You did great. I mean, what a great game number 3. I probably won't forget that one. That was pretty amazing. But for now, it's your stupid older brother. I wish I had an older brother so I could just, you know, have a rivalry with him. That would be pretty cool. All right, Andy, if you want to go for the max out, we'll watch. If you want to Mullen. I guess it would count. I don't know. It's up to you guys whether this counts as a comp max, you know, mullening from 19. I think there's got to be some kind of understanding that if it's an early top out, you're not going to get the opportunity. With maybe some threshold of like, well, you know, assuming your opponent gets to 750K or something like that. You know what I mean? Mullins are allowed on last game of stream. Yep, that's true. This isn't the last game of the stream, but I don't care. I'm happy to have it happen. And yeah, he wasn't going to get it. He was slowing down too much, plus just RNG. But anyway, sorry about that, dog. And not sorry, I'm sure Andy is saying. So, GG's. We will go ahead and bring in OEUF means egg. There he is. I'll refresh these players. Reset the whole ball of wax. That 18 drought was cooked. Well, I mean, you survived it. And drought survival is part of the game. Tommy got level 30 in World Circuit. Oh, nice. Yeah, guys, make sure you've got monthly Tetris 2 open. You have World Circuit action over there. Okay, let me refresh both of our players here. Here's Andy. And here's Mr. Egg. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, look at that! There he is. There you are, buddy. Wow, OEUF means egg with podcasting. There, he's got like the SMB7 or the SM7B from Shure or whatever. It's like Mr. Podcaster over there. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, man. This is such an OG CTM matchup. True. I'm just gonna need I'm gonna need about 90 seconds, guys, if you don't mind. So feel free to warm up. I just I'll be right back. Okay, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Sharky says SM7B Shore is going to be my next microphone. Going to have to save it up for it after Jonas Cup. Sharky, I don't know how much experience you have with that microphone, but it does take a lot to get that thing to work right. And again, I don't know how much you've dealt with it. Before you plunge a lot of money or into it, why don't you let me lend you mine? I'll give it to you on a long-term loan and see if you like it. How about that? Because I'm not using mine right now. I'll bring it to Portland. All right. It's round 2. Yeah, OEUF means egg knows. I mean, you might have to get like even like an external. You have to get that cloud lifter, that whole thing. Or you can sort of manipulate it with if you've got that like road mixer. I was never really able to get it 100%, but all right, I'm gonna give these players their pieces. These are going to be 1C5565. 1C5565. But, you know, given that you are a voice professional, maybe having that would work for you because you can plunge in, you can invest in the stuff that you need. Yeah, Sharky. Let me lend you mine. And, you know, if there's something, you know, UF knows a lot about it. There are other people that know a lot about it. I'm going to lend you mine. And you can kind of do with it, you know, long-term loan. Put it that way. Hey, what's up, UP Chess? Just make sure you use it. It's not like, it's really the trickiest microphone, I think, in the business. And do a lot of research on it. But I'm happy to lend you mine for as long as you want to use it. All right, folks, Classic Tetris Monthly, Das Masters, Andy versus UF Means Egg, meeting in round 2. The winner of this goes to the semifinals. Who's in the semifinals right now? Broden Damp is who the winner of this will play. So either way, it's kind of like old school CTM matchup for sure, no matter how this goes. And let's go ahead and get these players started before they change their minds. Andy and UF Means Egg in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, Shark, you can Discord me if it's something you want me to actually bring. I'm happy to do it. So, and it looks like both of our players pushing down. So, people know Andy as a 4-time winner of the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters events. He was second in our DAS event in Lone Star in Austin, Texas a couple months ago. And Andy, of course, a runner-up in the Classic Tetris World Championship in 2020. UF Means Egg is having a very not good first game. And that is going to be a top out. And Andy is already good in game number 1. Oh, excuse me. So, Andy, you can top out. You are good. No more back, 3 back, or even if... See, now that game shouldn't count for the back, 3 back. I think, in my mind, there should be some sort of qualifier, like the opponent has to get at least 750 or something like that. You know what I mean? Or you know, some set of circumstances, because clearly if he had 4 max outs going into this one, why would this game count against him when it's not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we got to think about that as a community. All right, well, Andy is up 1-0. More pieces. We're speed running here, apparently, round 2. 06CD7C. 06CD7C. Warm-up is done indeed. Didn't even get, again, these players in their round 1, they don't even give me a chance to introduce the players or the match. 06CD7C. All right. Players are good and ready for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Excuse me. I am a little bit sick, so my apologies if I'm not coming through loudly, clearly, and pleasantly. And Tetris for, I mean, but this reminds me of like old school CTM, right? Just like, oh, topping out. Game 1. It happens. Andy set up for a Tetris number 3, gets it, 68,000 for him. UF's going to get his third Tetris as well, 70,000. UF Means Egg has been around for a long time in the classic Tetris community. We've got matches for him going as far back as 2019 and kind of was away for a while, not playing too much competitively. And, you know, he has won a challenger circuit back in 2019. People remember who he beat in that challenger circuit in the finals. It was OEUF versus OEUF. OEUF.exe, so I think that's pretty darn funny. And OEUF was in the CTWC DAS Championship and finished in the top 4 of that in 2023. So that's pretty darn good. And did play in the silver bracket of the 2020 CTWC. That was the first online year. And I wanted to see if OEUF and Pixelania have ever played against one another in any context. And no, and I don't see, Liquipedia says no, that they have not played, at least in any kind of major tournament. There's a little bit of a brain lapse, I think, for OEUF with that square, making that, covering that gap there, but that'll burn away pretty easily without too much consequence, he says, hopefully. 236 for OEUF, 254 for Andy. There's a Tetris for OEUF and a Tetris for Andy. So Andy about a Tetris ahead. Tetris is here worth 22,800 points. All right, OEUF with that spin tuck over there to help clean out. Oh, trying to go for another one with that T and couldn't get it. So trying to fix up his left side. Got one of the spin tucks, couldn't get the other one. Now OEUF needs to bring this down. 377 for Andy, 335 for OEUF. Needs to build out that left. Needs to get pieces over there to the left and the right. And then just work on that center. And what all too often happens in these situations is players, trying to work on dealing with these gaps in the middle, building up too high in the center and not being able to access the left or the right. But OEUF's getting it taken care of. DJ Mr. Burrow is out. Thank you very much for hanging out. Tetris for OEUF, 372, 408 for Andy. There's another one for Andy, 431. Well, OEUF has scored about 20 times as many points as he did in his game 1, so that's pretty good. The qualifiers for the main event and the DAS event the same. It's the same format, but it's a separate qualifying. Why is there no number next to OEUF? Oh, because he doesn't merit a score right now. Sorry. There we go. Pine's cutely focused on the important things. I appreciate the little reminders. No, it's all right. You're right to call it out. Except when I'm sick. When I'm sick, I'm hypersensitive. So I'm like, oh, shut up. But then it's like, yeah, they're right. All right, Tetris for OEUF, 493, 547 for Andy. We're just a few lines away from that. 19 transition. The speed increases by 50%. Right, when I'm sick, I can't make mistakes. You're right. No, just me personally, when I get sick, I get hypersensitive. But I expect everyone else to have infinite patience, right? So that's okay. You're sick. You're allowed to be irrational. Tetris for Andy, 606 on 19, 526 for OEUF. Tetris Andy, 657, about 100,000 point lead over OEUF. OEUF's going to Tetris. Guys, you have no idea how bad I want a pizza. You know, like Tetris the other day, yesterday on stream was talking about, should I order Domino's? And he ordered Domino's. Started talking about pizza, and I'm like, all I can think about since then is a Domino's pizza. My God. 611 for UF, 714 for Andy, and it's such trash, but it's delicious trash. Tetris UF 640, 740 for Andy. There's a Tetris UF 669. All right, Oof trying to do something with that left side. Oh, and he's going to get that L over there. This is going to be really tough. What else can he get over there? Oh, and he's flinging bars like kind of like a line spin kind of pole vaults over on that left side. And there's only so many of you can do and survive, but Oof with the Herculean effort to try to survive this, ultimately just not sustainable, and he's going to top out at 716. Andy is good. And if you want to mull this out, that's okay. All right, Andy got to top out at 916, and we'll take a 2-games-to-none lead over UF means egg. All right, what the heck happened? Oh, I see. All right, sorry about that. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, God, I'm so sorry, guys. 54401A. I am fading fast. It's all right. We're getting through it together as a group, as a team. 54401A. $293 subscribers. It's pretty darn good. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's check the seeds. 54401A, both are good. Don't worry, Vandy, I'll get 3 ODs that you can rest soon. No, UF means I'm rooting for a decider. Let's go ahead and get him started in game number 3. UF needs to win to stay in. Let's go 3-2-1 Tetris. Steel CE says, UF, you got to believe in yourself. Yeah, well, that's true. I wonder who UF is talking to. All right, Andy in a little bit of a pickle here. He's got gaps in columns 3, 4, and 5, all on different rows. And then stuff on top of it. So he's trying to clear all that away. And it looks like he's about to do that. Nice and clean and Tetris ready. Very efficient. And Tetris for Andy, 30,000. There's another one for UF, 72,000. Pickle Andy? Did I say that? Pickle Alley. That's so funny that you say that, cat surgery, because there used to be someone in the community, really early in the community, like 2018, 2019, named Allie in the Tetris community. She's gone now, but she actually got sponsored by a pickle juice electrolyte drink. So it's kind of funny you say Pickle Alley. 148 for UF, 150 for Andy. Yeah, apparently there's like a pickle juice energy / electrolyte drink, or that's like a thing. And yeah, her name was Allie, and she got sponsored. Allie OK, if you remember Allie OK. Those of you who've been around for many, many years. 197 for UF, 199 for Andy. Yes, line spins from UF. S flat on the right side for UF. I mean, I must be the only person here. Am I the only person here who's been here long enough to remember Allie OK? Andy with the Tetris 290. There's one for UF 289. So we are super close. Barrett remembers. There you go. Barrett's been around a million years. Me and Barrett, really. I know, some of you were just being born. UF's going for it. Center well or middle well Tetris anyway. Column 8. We're getting droughted. See who's going to survive this drought. UF's pretty well set up to do it. Doesn't have a blocked well, just needs something to go in there. He's able to take a triple and maintain that Tetris well. And yeah, this is a real drought. Get out your trouts. It is a drought. Tetris Andy 327. He's going to get a Tetris 349. And UF finally gets that column 8 Tetris. Another long bar in there to bring this down. Now he's going to move to column 7. Invictus, yeah, I used to sing that exact song. Tetris UF 402, 401 for Andy, so we are close in score and lines. UF needs to win this one to stay in. Seems to have taken that to heart. Another S flat on that right side. And, you know, I think I do see that a lot more here in these DAS tournaments than I really do in roller tournaments. Usually they've got other ways of dealing with that right side, but, you know, DAS, you're incentivized to keep that stack low. So that is a move that you can use to, you know, take a burn, but minimal burns, right? And it's something to do with an S piece. I mean, that's, you know, how it's useful as well. Yeah, don't get me into Vandy reminisce mode about 2017, 2018, 2019 Tetris community. 507 transition for Andy. A lot of that stuff is better left in the past where it belongs, believe me. 506 transition for UF. He's setting up for a Tetris. He's ready. He's waiting. He wants it. Game trolls him with a long bar with a blocked well, as it does. And now his left side is going to need some attention. And he gets that J all the way to the left. Andy's starting to spire in the middle. He's created gaps there in column 3, so he's just going to burn this stack all the way down. And yes, that's what he's going to do. 600K for Andy, 555 for OEUF, who survives. And Tetris for Andy, he's going to survive as well. 633, 559 for OEUF means egg. Man, back when I started in Tetris community, there was like, you know, of course, Thor was a hyper tapper, but there was basically only like one active hyper tapper. And it was Corion. And, well, if you count Friday Witch, who, you know, was trying to identify as a tapper, but was about as good as at tapping as I am at DAS, so. Andy's board, some problems. Tetris for OEUF 636. Andy's still in the lead. Uncovers that left side. Needs to access it about 5 or 6 rows up. He's keeping the stack low. Oh, that beautiful L piece for that left is going to help, and a long bar for the middle will help as well. OEUF still behind, and his board's starting to spire as well. He gets a long bar all the way, and a couple of them to that. Those are very helpful for OEUF means egg, and he's bringing this down. And Andy's still managing to stay in this here. And he's safe. His board's not perfect. It's not great, but he's still alive and still in the lead. Oh, no, and OEUF means egg, that left side could be completely undealable with. We'll see what he can do. If he can tap, no, that's going to be it for OEUF means egg. Cannot do anything with that left side. He is going to top out, and Andy is good in game number 3. Andy, if you want to mull this out too, you are welcome to do so, but you can do so in the knowledge that you have won your way into the semi-finals. Yeah, and I feel like we got some troll RNG in a few of those matches, but ultimately it's Andy who is better able to deal with it. OEUF means egg. You came through in your promise to get 3-0'd, and you know I do appreciate that. Unnecessary, but you're a man of your word. All right, GG. There's Andy, our winner. He will be moving on to the semi-finals. So Andy, Inglorious 144p right there. Look at that, staring straight ahead. The face of a Tetris killer. All right, thank you all so much. Appreciate all of you being here. I will report this match, and then we will do whatever we got to do. Thanks so much to everybody who contributed to the prize pool. Made big leaps in our prize pool today. K9 watching Tetris. Tackner is coming through with the big ones. The rest of you with the contribution codes. Very, very helpful. And thank you all. We will let you know when our last couple of matches are going to be done. And yeah, I mean, we're going to figure it out. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to contact players. I don't know what order that's going to happen, but I'm going to rest. So thanks all for putting up with me these last 2 days. It was really tough to get through this sickness and do all these brackets. I know it wasn't the most pleasant viewing or listening experience, but there was just no alternative when we got through it. So thank you all for bearing with me, and also for your generosity in supporting the stream and the players. Hopefully you all have a wonderful day. And let me tell you, let's see, what do we have next? Let me see if we have anything else scheduled that you need to know. Yeah, nothing else is on the schedule. I don't know if World Circuit Green is still going on, but that was pretty wild. I mean, I'm going to have to go back and watch that one. So let's find a raid target. And it's going to be... Oh, Hydrant Dude's got a 12-wide tournament. I'm very interested in that. Let's watch that. And as far as YouTube goes, we will end you. Have a beautiful day. Come over to twitch.tv/hydrantdude8 if you want to see a 12-wide Tetris tournament. Take care, YouTube. And take care, Twitch. Have a great day.